blew it. But here's Lord Stilios. He sent me 13 refills, so this man gets very in-depth review. Now here is good Dr. Budu, and we want to immediately trust this man because of the has white hair on the tip top of his head. So most of these men that are very wise are having the white hair on the side of head, like Dr. Strange, but since Dr. Budu is having it on the tip top of head, and he is having these very nice bones and skulls for his jewelry, which all have very excellent dental structure, we are definitely going to trust this man. Now he does not stand, he floats, which is not very trustworthy feature, but he is looking as if that he is very much going to bring your life into his hands and say thanks for having me and thanks for coming to my show, and this is his very most trustworthy man. So we will definitely leave our nephew with this man, no doubt about it. Here we have Medusa, we have already Rebuse, here's Green Gobble. This man, I don't know exactly, I don't want to trust him, but something about him tells me to trust him, and it's basically because of these little lines that are coming down from his head, and that he could actually tie his head around his chin if he wanted, and then his head would never come off. And a man that knows how to keep his head on the tip top of his head is definitely a man that I would want to trust it. Now, I don't know if my children would do well if they were try to eat the scales off his legs. They would probably get poisoned and they would get sick, so I would not let him babysit my kids. But I want to say that his style is weird as heck and that his kneecap guards are smart, and for this reason I would say that I actually do trust this man and he has very secure head. Next here we are having Mephistopheles. Now, I told you how I feel about this man, but you know, the one thing that I forgot to mention is the way that his hand is stroking where if you are standing in front of this man on a little stool, he would basically be grabbing your bulbs. And he is basically just taking his finger and stroking your bulbs and looking like there's no problem, like there's no big deal. And that is kind of weird for a man with bones for shirt. He is such a liar, you know, he's such a huge liar that he's not even wearing a shirt, and he tries to trick you in the fact that he's wearing shirt and pants, and he has open-toe shoe. And when you're having open-toe shoe, you cannot work in the workplace effectively, so he's just standing here, stroking the bulbs, wearing the shoes like this, and yeah, he has kneecap bones, but I'm not going to trust this man one bit, and I think very much he is a liar. Next, who are we having here that was sending us the gift? And we see this best why not. So this man, he sent us one energy refill, and we will abuse this Hyperion. Now I believe that this Hyperion has maybe some very bad habits because of the way that his wrist is bented. So he's either you know, like smacking the dangus when he is alone, or he's waking up every morning and punching the ceiling very hard with his wrist, so it is broken in this way. So there's definitely something weird going on there, but that's something that, you know, that's kind of telltale sign that maybe this man is a radioactive man and he will give you the cancer boss, so maybe you don't want to be around him exactly. But he has nice curl on his head, and I want to trust him, but I definitely do not trust this man because of his wrist angle. Here is Wolf. And now Wolf has metal for bones and his elbows are very strong, but he looks like he's down for some risky business. So you look at this man and you see that his nose looks a little smushed, but he has very good smelling. And one problem with him is he can't sit down. So since this man cannot sit down, then we probably would not leave him to babysit our kids because he cannot take a rest. So he's going to get very tired and then he will expire from this problem. And that is a major issue. Here we're having this hood. So one really strange thing about this hood is that a hood is actually something that comes from a man's penis. And there are some men that get this hood snipped off of their penis, so it makes me lead to believe that maybe this was Dorman's penis that was snipped, and that is how Hood got his name, is because he's actually forked skin from this man's penis. So, for that reason, you're thinking maybe I don't want to trust this man, but he's wearing the blue jeans. And when this man is wearing the blue jeans, we know that we have to trust him because he's very good aesthetical taste in the design. And he's wearing vest, he's wearing this button down shirt and this belt that looks like something from hell, but he has very slick shoes and he's wearing blue jeans. So that's basically auto trust. We can't not trust this man, even though he comes from deep dark penis. Next, who are we having here that is sending us the gift? We are having this Esperanza. So let's take a look here, Esperanza. Wow, this is X23. She is having very good style and she can sit for ages. This woman can sit anywhere that she wants, and I very much trust that she is letting her hair down from the hair mask and she's not worried about her hair getting into her eyes, or she is keeping this spike in the hair butte. So, you know, she's sneaky and she is smart, but I definitely want to say that I definitely trust this woman, and I would let her adopt my niece, and I trust that she would not let anybody let her blood my niece, because she is so smart at letting the other people's making them blood. So she is having metal for her spikes. So, and that maybe her bones are metal. So that would lead me to believe that maybe her teeth are metal, but we have never seen, so we cannot say whether or not. Who is next here in this profile? We are going to do that Stang. We are going to do his guillotine, but we'll look at this QUAKE. And there's one thing about QUAKE that really, you know, she's kind of on the edge of not being able to sit, but compared to the man, she is definitely being able to sit. But she looks like she has just taken a big hit of Dobis. And when her eyes are looking like they are beginning to sag and that she is going to have a nap, maybe she is not responsible to take care of my babies, because she is hitting so much Dobis, but it makes the world shake when she does her QUAKE thing. So, you know, I trust her, but I would not let her babysit because of her addiction to Dobis. Now, next, who exactly are we going to look at here from our friends? And we are having our next gifter this is RONAN. Now, we have already talked about Hyperion and his terrible addiction. We know Gwenpool is the most trustworthy in the whole world. Now let's take a look at this man. This is very trickster man. See that he is having this skull for his head, but he is having this whole leather bodysuit that looks like it has really big thighs and definite biceps in there. But if he just has this skull for head, then he should only have bones for legs and bones for arms. And he will clearly never sit down, but that's no surprise because he should not have any meat on his body, but it looks like he definitely has meat on his body from the way that his leather pants and his leather shirt are filled out. So I'm very confused about this man. I believe he has Bearman chains and he rides bicycle, so this makes me believe that, you know, if I was having car problems, I would definitely give him cal and I would have him fix my motor engine so I can continue on my drive. But he has had all of his muscles of mastication ripped away from his head, his temporalis is gone, his masseter is gone, his orbicularis oris is gone, and it does not look as if he has third molar, so I don't know what the level of his wisdom is. But, you know, look into his eyes. Just kidding, don't look into his eyes. That's how you get problems. But I trust this man and I don't trust this man. And the main reason that I'm having issue is because I don't believe that he actually has meat under his pants. I think they're just bones, but it looks like he has meat under his jacket and his pants. So it's very, very, very hard for me to make decision about this man. And Archangel, we have understood that this man will never sit down because he's having this anatomical problem. So we will not talk too much about him. Let's look here at the rest of our friends who else sent us gift. And we were getting gift from this Unique. Unique is very nice man, very much trust this man, and he has this very handsome man for his profile. This winter man takes very good care of his hair, he definitely condition, he definitely uses shampoo, and he definitely has working out his metal arm. So if this man is taking the time to keep his metal arm in shape, you know that he has very good work ethic and that he's definitely taking very good care of himself. And bing bing bing, kneecaps, look at his kneecaps. These are very strong kneecap guards, and you know that if he's wearing these kneecap guards, that he is definitely capable of sliding on the ground, of skidding on his kneecaps. And, you know, this is man that if we were going to be in some risky, dangerous situation, we would definitely ask him, you know, hey, give me a call, man. I know you're in great shape. I have extra comb for you to keep your hair well groomed, and I don't need to see your full face. I trust you even though you have this mask. So easy peasy, trust this man, not even the question in my book. Here we have Stroma. Stroma is having this white spines for the mohawk, And I think exactly what happened with her was when she was a child, she got very scared from this little man who was trying to untie her shoes, and he wanted to actually tie her shoes together, but she looked down and this little man with broken legs was screaming up at her with a terrible looking face, and she got so spooked that her hair and her eyes turned white from being so scared. But now she is grown up, and this man is actually very trustworthy as he looks. He can definitely sit down. That there's no question about that. And I would definitely donate all of my niece and my nephew to this man, for that she can take care of them. Wear a pretty easel, and I don't know if her boots and pants are separate, but it looks like she has very good taste. So I would definitely trust. Now here we have talked about voodoo, we have talked about the ghost man, and who else can we talk about it here that we have is that Stang. Now here we are, that Stang. This man has helped inspire us to start our YouTube channel, so we want to give very big thanks to this man. And he is having very powerful caricature. So this is Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, and he is very slim, he is very slender man, but everybody trusts this man. And for that reason, I don't trust this man. I think it's actually somebody different inside this suit. I think that because everybody is believing this thing, it makes me want to believe something else. But he's very dang power. He is very true power. He is maybe the most power man in the game. He can do his gymnastic very well. And if somebody can do this gymnastic so well, it tells you something that maybe we can trust him. But I don't fall for the bullshit, and I don't fall for the belogness, and he can sit down, so that's something that you would want to trust your kids, and I think everybody in the world would trust their children with this superhero man, because he's very well known, and everybody is a very big fan. And I think that he has very cool style, and he's great fun to play, but since everybody trusts him, it makes me very wary. Here is Guillotine. Guillotine is having very smart kneecap protection, and this is something that immediately when we see this, we cannot help ourselves but to think that maybe we should trust this man. And she is having this cape that is hanging to one side, and she has this very big sword, and this sword is maybe taller than actually she is, but that could slice through cake like butter slices through a knife. I mean, that looks easy peasy, and I think she is a hero that maybe I can trust. And it seems as if she really does care about going to the dentist, because you can see from her facial profile that she has very good lip structure and very good lip support, and this is maybe because she is actually really flossing every day and not forgetting to brush her teeth. And you should always brush your teeth twice per day and floss at night, and floss your teeth before you brush your teeth, because that is the way that you're gonna keep clean teeth. Brush your teeth for 2 minutes. That's what Guillotine does. So I think she's very smart. We don't have to send this man to the dentist. She sent herself to the dentist. And here is RONAN. Wow, look at this man. This man can definitely jaywalk wherever he wants. There is nobody that's gonna stop this man from crossing the road. He is very powerful in his boot. He is very powerful in his thigh, and his hammer is like, lay down the hammer, man. Like, nobody is gonna stop this man from crossing the road. He will shove the spikes of his hammer into your chest. And if I was gonna give my children to anyone, it would be this man. He would definitely take very good care and raise my children into a gigantic warrior that can jaywalk in any part of the galaxy. So definitely trust this man. I'm going to give him 6 bags of popcorn and 1 extra cream soda to enjoy his movie. So he's very, and you can't even tell if he can sit down or not. So that's something that we want to say. Dude, pretty cool stuff. I wish to be able to jaywalking anywhere in the galaxy, and you can definitely do it. So, big respect. Voodoo we have talked about. Now, I believe that's everybody that has sent me gift. If anybody else is send me gift and you want to maybe do a little reviews, we have 28 of the 29 the refill.